Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today, Drew Lock. All sorts of hype with the way that last year finished for the Broncos. We're going to take a look at the last game of 2019, see exactly how it went down, what it looks like going forward. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. All right, you dig this kind of content and you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, get the notifications, let you know when we go live, when we put out new content. Then, again, July, a little bit of a break month for the QB School. So this video is basically a highlight, low light of what's available over on the Patreon community. So you want the entire video, full game analysis, get over there, sign up for the QB School Patreon community, help support the channel. Again, I really appreciate the support. Let's dive into the video. All right, the idea for this video comes from Charles Cohab. Hey JT, can you do a video on Drew Lock with Denver? There's a lot of hype surrounding the Broncos, and a lot of it is due to what Lock showed last year. Thanks. Charles, here we go. Fired up for you. Let's get into it. Come across in motion. To me, this is an open-close beater. We'll talk about it drawing it up. But this is just smash from a condensed split. So again here, just to the bottom of the screen, a little switch release. So the outside guy's running the corner, flat by the number 2. We're going to read that corner. As soon as that corner engages in the flat, we're going to throw this corner route. Now, to me, he misses the throw. Obviously not perfect. I think he'd love to put this thing probably on the 45 on the sideline. But again, I love the construction of this play. And so what I mean by open-closed concept is this idea being that depending on what the coverage is, so depending on what the shell is back here, when we get open here, this is what that little 7, it's not a great drawing, but this little up, down the hash, 7 out to here, or corner with this flat. And so if it's middle field open, we're going to read this side. So back in the day when I would go through the reads, it would be open this side and then close this side. What I'm going to think is some variation of a wrap in, usually with a hitch, and then with an in right behind it, what I'm used to calling a wrap in. So if you get closed, you're going to be up top. You get open, you're going to be down here. If we get open, we're just going to read this corner. Once he engages the flat, you know you have all this room to come out here and lay this corner out. I just think he misses it a little bit. We'll look at the footwork. Maybe gets a little toesy. But again, really nice throw as far as read, concept. Again, it's still a hookup for a big play. It's just not perfectly clean by any means. You can tell I don't think he makes that throw exactly where he wants to. Got to go up, make a great play for him. Big time. Again, footwork-wise, to me, I think he gets a little toesy and maybe just a tick late here. Again, you can see him hop up on his toes. I don't think he's a bit toesy. He is a bit toesy. Right here, you know, whether he can't see him or what, but he's drifting to his left too. Just makes life more difficult over the course of a season, over the course of hundreds of throws. Drifting to your left side is going to get you in trouble. Again, still got a cannon, you know, arm talent all over the place that he can make up for it. But consistency, you know, it's going to be one of those things that's going to be hard to doing that, in my opinion, all the time. Right here, this is just stick spacing. So we're going to get stick down here to the bottom of the screen, and really it's stick from a tight split, basically turns into double stick without the clear. I'll draw it up after this, but I love his footwork. This is not a complicated read by any means. You just go left to right across the board here. And really, they're all at the same level. It's a great zone call. In my opinion, they get a little bit lucky here. I'm going to call this some variation of combo coverage, but this could have been a disaster if it was straight man across the board. So again, coverage-wise, normally in stick, this receiver's outside and he's got a must outside release go. But with this condensed split, you can basically run double stick. So right here, you're going to run a quick out. You're going to run the stick. You're going to run the over the ball sit. You're going to run right there, a little hitch. Then you're usually going to run either a flat or a wide out here to pull that defender. And all you do is read this thing 1, 2, 3, 4, check down. Right there across the board. Super simple. Very clean unless it's man coverage. Unless it's bump man coverage, you're in trouble. And this sure looks like man coverage over here. Middle field closed. Maybe some sort of zone principles up top pre-snap. You just don't know. They get fortunate that it is, in my opinion, some variation of combo coverage, meaning that we're going to get man up top and we're going to get zone down here, or we're going to get zone up top and man down here to the bottom. You can see him trying to switch it off with some sort of match release up top. But again, there's nothing down here to the bottom two receivers. Just a little combo coverage. Again, quarterback, nice vision, all his cleats in the ground, goes really fast, left to right. Timing-wise, you can see how the progression is tethered to the footwork. Old West Coast staple here, stick spacing. Again, watch his footwork. Look left, R right first, no, back around, boom, right on him. And it's actually on the perf. Let's see where the ball location is. You would want this on the wide receiver's left shoulder. And that's pretty much exactly where it is. So he can turn and split those guys. See, if it's on his right shoulder, he turns into the near defender. Left shoulder, he turns away from the near defender, protects himself. Practiced all the time. Excellent execution right there. And this is one of my favorite, just kind of Drew Lock being Drew Lock to me. Just kind of making a play. Gets a little gunslinger-ish, you know, outside the pocket, eyes down the field, flick back across the body, big, massive play. So concept-wise here, this is just a variation of what I'm used to calling a snag replacement. This is what's normally used as a 3-person combination route for a snag, but really you're attacking the same areas. So the number 3, might as well just draw it up here. So normally when you're in this tight bunch formation, you're going to run one of the most common concepts is corner, snag, or hitch right here, and then you're going to get the number 3 into the flat. And so that's kind of the number spacing way to get basically 3/2. What they do here is they just run the quick out here, they run the corner, and then instead of the spot, they basically run it as a replacement from the other side, like a drive or shallow coming across. So you almost get like a mesh variation here. Another way to get a pick, but it's the same play. The concept is the same. Attacking the space is the same. And he ends up throwing it, I want to say, to the shallow or the drive coming back across. Again, love the vision, the ability to move in the pocket, eyes down the field. You can see the concept. I'm going to guess they're trying to alert that quick out. 1 for an easy first down. Back down to the drive, shallow. Excellent eyes. Great job making a play. Love the fact that there's just a little flick across the body. Again, concept-wise, we'll be able to see the mesh or drive coming from our right to left. There it is. You can see his eyes going quick out, no, back down to the drive. Love the decisiveness. All his cleats in the ground, no, move in the pocket. Look at that flick. A little side arm, change the arm angle. This is beautiful right here. Just a little recess. Awesome flick. I love these playmaking abilities outside the pocket. Just awesome. And that's really when I think he's at his best, and it's the quickness, the decisiveness to be able to do that. 1, 2, no, move, keep your eyes down the field, make a play. Now, it's not all perfect by any means. This is a really clean RPO, one-back RPO. You know, people ask me all the time, what do you run with RPOs? And, you know, is it usually inside zone, outside zone? It is usually wide zone or outside zone just to keep the linemen at the line of scrimmage. But right here, they're running one-back power. You can see linemen all over, down the field. I mean, yards down the field here. This is just one-back power with slant in, and the DB just makes a great play. Now, the thing about it is I can't tell you who they're reading because there is no tell as far as who, in theory, everyone is blocked. So right here, the route here, this is where the ball goes to the slant. You can see the short in coming in as the 2, so it would be 1 to 2. We'll talk about the run blocking when we see the tight angle of it here, the end zone angle, but normally you would be reading this defender. But they're all blocked up in 6-man, one-back power. We'll talk about how they get there with an ace or deuce when we see the tight coverage. But again, RPOs, man, they are the wave of the future, and they're already here. They're here to stay. You got to find a way to defend them, and it sure helps when you got a DB making a play like this. So you want to learn more about RPOs? Do me a favor. Click the link in the video description to this video and check out the RPO course from the QB School. It's really probably what I consider the best video content that we've created through the channel, and so I'm excited to share it. Get over there, check it out, and enroll. I appreciate it. Let's keep the video going. But you can see the window it creates there for a nice, easy slant. They just don't hook it up here. Boom. Maybe just a touch late, just with the collision of the wide receiver. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, that can be probably the one area of execution I thought that was lacking on the play, but love the design. Again, the read to me is off 51, but they're going to be going to 51 on a deuce. So what I mean by that, this is not revolutionary by any means, but with just one-back power, Here we're going to go. This is where the double team is going to go. Deuce to 51 right here. We're going to go down. We're going to go one-on-one. We're going to wrap for 59. And we're going to get a locket call on the backside probably. And we're going to have to throw, front side off 35 cat. But normally, there'd be reading here. And now it might just be you like it. You can rip it out there. But for me, the timing of it is just not clean. But I love the RPO in this area of the field, really anywhere in the field. But right here, they're being able to come back here and just miss it by just a touch. You can see the deuce getting ready for 51, but 51 is opening this way. I mean, they're locked in. The quarterback's looking this way. He's eyeballing this way. This is how defenses are starting to defend RPOs. Where's the quarterback looking? You can see what would be a really nice opportunity to get a log on the spill by 98 on the left. If they're actually running the play. 59 says no thank you to the tight end there. Oh, man. The tight ends had a rough day for Denver in this game if you watch the full game. Holy moly. But there it is, just a tick late, and then just a really nice play by the DB, getting his hand in there. But you can see how much stress this RPO causes for a defense. It's a lot to handle. And the next one is just a massive comeback up top. This is what I think, when people say, what do you need to be a starter in the league on Sundays for a long time? You got to be able to throw comebacks like this to the wide side. Now, granted, the hashes are tighter in the league. But off play action, one step, just absolute frozen rope on the sideline. Play action, one-on-one outside the numbers, tight hitch, let it go on time. You see how this is playing pro-style quarterback. I'll pause it right at the top. He goes to let this thing go right now. That comeback up top, right there, he's already separated. That comeback's not out of his break yet. Just clean, easy completion. Make it look easy. Nothing really easy about it. Would love to see that wide receiver have the ability to come back to the ball and stay in bounds. But footwork-wise here, you can see just the tight hitch. One hitch, let it go. There it is. That's what it looks like. Timing, accuracy, anticipation, consistency. Lined up. Not really lined up. A little bit off to the right. But gets there. All his cleats in the ground. Back foot is in the ground. And he's ripping that thing on time. And you can see the accuracy. We'd just love to see that wide receiver come back to the ball, catch it, slip inside, that wide receiver knock out of bounds, not inside the DB and not go out of bounds right there. But that's a straight up strike. Come back, wide side of the field, up on his face. Beautiful. Big time. So that's a wrap. Drew Lock, lots of exciting stuff. Dude has a dynamic arm. It's going to be fun to see how they integrate that with the new system, with a condensed, bizarre COVID offseason. Lots of exciting stuff to look forward to if you're a Broncos fan. Let me know what you thought in the video comments. Again, I appreciate it. Get over to the Patreon community for the entire video. But again, I appreciate it. See you next time. Enjoy July.